You take a look at what is allegedly John McCain's strong suit. And no one's ever asserted it's a stronger suit than mine, but they wrongly assert it's a stronger suit than Barack's. And it's called foreign policy and national security. I would just like to be very pointed about this. Granted, I get credit for being pretty informed on those issues. But they don't give Barack the credit he deserves, and they really misrepresent whether or not he's ready to be commander-in-chief. Let's just take a little test, not a joke. On 3 or 4 of the most critical national security issues we face, foreign policy decisions we have to make. Let's just take a look at 2, just in the interest of time. 3 years ago, John McCain said, Afghanistan. The reason you don't read about Afghanistan in the paper anymore, it's a success. Barack Obama said 14 months ago, and he gave a specific number, we have to send more troops to Afghanistan or we're going to lose it. The chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff said, the ISAF command, the International Security Force commanders that I visited with on my last trip into Afghanistan said, Senator, we need more troops in Iraq. We can't get more troops because of Iraq in Afghanistan. Barack Obama was right. John McCain has been wrong. John McCain talks about, and I believe him in his heart, he says, I'll follow Osama bin Laden to the gates of hell. I believe John if he knew that, if he had a better sense of foreign policy. I can tell him where those gates are. Those gates are in the mountains between Afghanistan and Pakistan, where I force landed in my helicopter last trip at 9,500 feet. Guess what? That's where they are. I know, he knows, we know where bin Laden is, we know where Al-Qaeda lives and resides, and it is not in Baghdad. It is in those mountains. One more example. If I heard one more time about how Barack Obama, is putting his career ahead of the people, not country first, and about how, the Republicans want to win, we want victory in Iraq, and, we're talking about, if you listen to Obama, there'd be surrender. Let's just look at the facts, folks. There used to be a program when I was a little kid, had Walter Brennan, and he used to use a phrase, he said, ain't brag, ma'am, just fact. Just let's look at the facts. Barack Obama said, well over almost 2 years ago, he said, look, in order for us to win in Iraq, we have to be able to transfer power to the Iraqis so they're stable enough and bring our troops home that could be destabilizing. So what did he say? He said we have to be as careful getting out as we were imprudent getting in. And here's what he put forward. He said there should be a timeline. We should hand over responsibility to the Iraqis when we train them, and at the same time draw down American forces while we're doing that. And John McCain went all over him. Guess what? I'm chairman of the Foreign Relations Committee still. There's going to be delivered to the Senate, if they abide by the Constitution, they're going to be delivered to the Senate and to my committee a proposal that we have a sense of and you read about, where President George W. Bush and Prime Minister Maliki, the elected leader of Iraq, have agreed to what? Barack's idea, a timeline to draw down our combat troops, a timeline to draw them down. And guess what? Guess what? In the process, Captain, you know what happened here? The only guy in America that thinks we should stay indefinitely, the only guy I know that thinks we should continue to spend $10 to $15 billion a month in Iraq, while the Iraqis have $80 billion in oil reserves, is John McCain. Ladies and gentlemen, Barack Obama was right, John McCain was wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for the opportunity to be here. Get up, go get 'em. We will win this with your help. We need you. And we will win Wisconsin.